Welcome back. You're knocking everyone else out. It's impairment, of course, for the impairment exam. So I should not be surprised. Come on, Sandy, jeez. It's time for you to get knocked out, though, in this mode. Just kind of weird. Just some weird shaped buildings. Except for being knocked out once, that was pretty okay. I guess I guess I wasn't the one who knocked everyone out myself for the damage caused. Yeah, getting knocked out once, I guess, messed up my boat condition, I guess, even though my boat was actually fine at the end. It's kind of confusing to me. Spongebob did, definitely. Now velocity, as if we weren't doing races this whole time. Now just try to be the first person to finish. Well, in that case, we should probably use something other than Patrick. Actually, Spongebob might actually be the one to use it. So he's actually faster than the tugboat. Oh, Spongebob is too. Starcraft steers well. Sub does damage. No, Spongebob was okay damage-wise, actually. So sub is a good way to deal damage to things. This is the tugboat, though. The tugboat's basically, it's a faster sub, basically, with slightly worse steering. Anyway, speed-wise... Spongebob actually our best bet from the beginning. I don't know if you have to buy the vehicles separately for each character or not. I guess we'll have to find out. But I admit it's tempting to just be a cheapo and not buy anything ever, if I can help it. Rock bottom. Clearly Mrs. Puff is not a driver in this game.
I may have been born at night, mister, but I wasn't born last night. Why don't you step into my office?
Actually, I forgot about that. I forgot that someone actually did express suspicion of Scales, and it was actually Mr. Krabs in the console version. But of course, that precise thing just happened. Where he reaches an agreement. Are you cheese? Is it really? This has been largely racing so far anyways. But I actually have to go slow enough to not overtake my opponents. Oh, we have our lights on here.
Go!
Seems to just bash into your opponents, but I don't get the impression that's really what you want to do. Okay, this is a little bit different than I remember rock bottom being. Keep just bumping into opponents. Get out of my way. Overtaking is a pretty important thing here, evidently. How is Patrick faster than me? Isn't the sub... Aren't the sub and Patrick both supposed to be slow? See, your opponents don't even get slowed down that much if you knock them out. I knocked out my opponents and they literally appeared in front of me. In what world is it a valid strategy to make your opponents teleport further ahead of you? Okay, so we only turn our lights here. That's interesting. This seems really dumb. So is it just how quickly I finish, or do I actually have to go fast with my opponents? No, it's just your lap time. Okay, that's it. Doesn't the game explicitly tell you to try to finish first? Try to be the first across the finish line. This game has some issues with telling you what it wants. Because that's just based on my lap time, not how fast I complete the laps compared to my opponents. And there's no reason to aggress against my opponents. It doesn't get me ahead of them, because they can even appear in front of me if I do that. And two, it's just going to slow me down. I want to avoid my opponents. Plus the water's just pretty. Or goo, more like, I guess. Yeah, there's some serious rubber banding going on here, I think, with the different boats. Unless, again, the stats basically don't matter at all. Patrick supposedly being slow, and in a sub, which is also supposed to be slow. Not being destroyed is also important, though. So that's one thing. Combat related, you need to be mindful of not taking a ton of damage. Sandy appeared in front of me and then hit me again. Again, it doesn't actually matter where I finish compared to my opponents. Jeez. What's with the pinball stuff here? Duh. You can't see those ahead of time. Ah, there's 2 laps. Forgot about that. Get out of my way, Squidward, jeez. And now Squidward's ahead of me. This is very, very strange. It's not the weirdest handheld driving game I played. That goes to Hot Wheels All Out, which I had to somehow try to fit into the canon of a very strange storyline. The best I could come up with was it being the concussed dream of one of the characters, just because of how weird that game was. Not no sense any of it made. You can see how everyone basically just speeds up to reach my speed once I reach them. And then slow until then. Seems fairly explicit about its rubber banding. Okay, now stay low. Now let's make sure you're gonna be on the bottom. Jeez. I have no idea how all that worked. Just too many wrecks. But see, like, why are both conditions and wrecks 2 different things? I still don't get that. Whatever. Three laps. Jeez. But unless I just use someone that's hardier, assuming, I don't know if that's even a thing. I don't know if different characters actually have different
3, 2, 1.
resistance to damage or anything like that. I don't know how to really avoid damage from my opponents. It's not like aggressing someone actually gets them out of the race or anything either, so I don't feel like there's much point in trying to ram into anyone or anything like that. Not that I don't end up doing that constantly anyways, just incidentally. Ugh. Is that much faster going that way? It might be. I don't know. You have to do that awkward turn at the end. When you go back on the main track. If you manage to hit the wall, you actually stop spinning out. Seems useful. Can you stop that? I was actually trying to aggress anyone, I don't think. It just kind of happens on its own from bumping into everyone. I see everyone just catches up to me after I boost. This game. Really not sure if that's the better way to go or not. And I don't see, it seems to... My opponents suggest that it's actually approximately the same. But I can't trust my opponents because they are extremely rubber banded. I don't know if I've ever seen rubber banding as strong as in this game. Like, you can't really get ahead of your opponents ever, essentially. And you can't get very far behind them either. I wish I could see like a... I wish I could see a mini-map or some kind of overhead view of the course, so I knew it was coming a little bit better. It's a little bit annoying that you don't have a very good range of sight in this game because it's top-down nature. Especially things that are towards the camera. I think the game tells you what position you're in on the bottom left, but I don't see why. Okay, apparently that was good. I don't feel like I did any better or worse than the last race, but... Actually, I did get red less, I think, but still. The trench. So I was probably not the right guy for this. Got it. Whoa! The heck is this? How do I... Hey, do I not get to control there or something? I was trying... You could see I was trying to turn and whatnot. Like, I passed out my opponents and whatnot, but I couldn't do anything with anyone. How'd that wreck me? Do I not want to touch that X? I have no idea. This is not the right character to be here, to be perfectly honest. This window is just too squishy. apparently you can fall off here. Which I don't really object to. I do feel like the courses are actually a bit more interesting here. Huh, okay. Wasn't actually too bad aside from how much damage I took. I would not mind doing that again though with a bit more heft. I'm not that motivated to try different characters, to be honest, considering that they don't seem to have that different performance. Oh, by the way, I should try this next episode actually. Bye everyone.